So does everyone have today's goal down? So at the end of class, when we do the share, we'll have our notebooks with us. We'll be able to look and see, did Mr. Rago do his job? Can I do this? And we'll see, we'll evaluate our performance in that class by looking back at the goal. Okay, so today, I told you before that this week we're doing a short reading unit so that we begin the school year as readers, right? Because next Monday we're going to start a writing unit. But before that happens, we want to make sure that we get into the routine of reading every day and choosing the right kind of books. And that's what we're going to work on today. So today we're going to talk about choosing books that you like and you can read quickly. Because the book you read this week, or the first one, has to be done by Wednesday. Okay, the first book has to be done by Wednesday. So we're going to take a trip to the library today to find some short books that we can finish this week. Okay, we're also going to look around our room. Okay, so to choose the right kind of book, first, and you guys may know this, you need to think about interest. So what interests you? Okay, now, I got this book here called Please Look After Mom. Right? It's an international bestseller. It says, when 69-year-old Sonia is separated from her husband among the crowds in a Seoul subway station, her family begins a desperate search to find her. So I read that and I think, sounds pretty boring. Not going to read it. Even though it's a good book, many people love it, doesn't interest me, so I'm not going to use it. This one, Words and Rules, the Ingredients of Language. How does language work? And how do we learn to speak? Why do languages change over time? And why do they have so many quirks and irregularities? This sounds fascinating to me. I showed this to Miss B next door. She almost threw up. She said, I don't know who likes that. Well, I do. Right, so when I choose a book, when you choose a book today, you choose what interests you and only you. Right? Not what your friends like, not what your parents like, what you like. Okay, so first thing we have to consider is interest. What does James do like? Well, whatever James do likes is what James do should get. Okay? Second, difficulty. Now, in the middle school, we don't have boxes with letters on them that tell you how hard or easy a book may be for you. But we expect you to know how to choose a book that's right. But do you have any method to do that? How do you choose a just right book?
Read the first page or like 2 pages and see if it's too much or not.
Okay, so read the first few pages. So when you read those pages, what can you do?
Look for a word that you can't understand, and if there's like more than 5 words in a page that you can't understand, you should skip that one.
Right, so have you guys heard the 5-finger rule? 5-finger rule. So, the 5-finger rule. Okay, so you pick up a book and you flip to a page. You hold up 5 fingers. And you go through the page, you read through it, and every time you come across a word that you don't know, you put down a finger. Or you put up a finger. All right, so you're going to read through, okay, unknown word. So you get to the bottom and you got four fingers up, 3 or 4, 2, then that's a good book for you, right? A good level. Because if there are too many unknown words on the page and you are not crazy about the topic, or it's new for you, you're not going to get very far in the book, right? Because there's too much you don't know, right? So if I read and it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, probably not a good book for me, right? So that's one way we can see if it's going to be too difficult, just by reading a page. And there's also another way. So when we read a book aloud, how should it sound? Right? If I got books here, right? See these? And I want to know which book is right for me, which one's around my level. Okay. In addition to the 5-finger rule, you can read it aloud, right, to yourself. Read it aloud quietly. And a book that's just right for you will be the one that you can read and sound fluent. Right? One you can read fluently, where it sounds like you're having a conversation with your friend. So I'm going to give you an example. Right? Anyone know this book? No? So I'll give it a try. Okay? We'll see what happens. Start at the beginning. (1945년) 앞마당 늙은 소나무 가지 여기저기에 어린 새잎이 돋아나고 겨우내 마당 구석에 쌓여있던 눈더미가 녹기 시작했다. 녹은 물은 할아버지가 소나무 밑에 파 담으신 고무스름한 고랑으로 천천히 흘러들어 투구반도란 모습 이루었다. How's that sound?
Not fluent, but very good.
Not fluent, but not too bad?
Not too bad.
Almost like a conversation? Like I would talk in a conversation? Now this book's a little different. We'll see. This is a golf book, right? Golf tips, right?
Is it in Korean?
It's called, yeah, we'll see. 집에서도 충분히 할 수 있는 느린 동작으로 하는 훈련법은 수많은 반복과 굉장한 인내심을 필요로 하지만 거기에 투자한 시간은 꼭두곳에 나가진가를 발휘하게 될 때 충분히 보상받을 수 있는 것이다. Do you understand that? What's different?
In this book, you lower, but in that book, you continue to read.
So turn and talk just for a second. Tell each other what was different. What was different in the way I could read these books? Okay, let's, Eva, what did you hear? What was different?
For the first book, you read smoothly for a long time.
So you said it was smooth, and I read in like longer chunks, right? It was smooth. There were longer chunks of language and fewer pauses and stops. Chloe?
For the first book, you read it very quickly.
Okay,
compared
so
to the second.
I think in the first one my speed was more natural, like you would read it. Second one was very slow with pauses and it was choppy, right? Over here, who can tell me something? Somebody, you said I murmured, right? So there were words I didn't know, and I just kind of mumbled through them, right? Different pronunciations that are difficult. I just kind of guessed, right? And it sounded. We call it a murmur. Yeah. Any more? Any other ways it was different? No. Okay. I think this is a good list, right? So this is another way when you pick up a book in the library, open it up and read it to yourself. Right? Read it to yourself quietly. And if you sound like I did with the second book, you know that it's probably too hard. Next, length. So we have to finish by Wednesday, the first book. So you need to think about who you are, what your habits are as a reader, and make sure the book is something that you can complete in a couple days. Right? So you got to think. Tonight, what do I have to do? Do I have soccer practice? Do I have ballet? Do I have math? Do I have English Academy? What am I going to do tonight? Okay? Tomorrow, what is my week? What's it look like? Okay? So if you see a book that's real thick, and you're like, oh, I really want to read that, you can. Right? Let's start that one next week. Okay? For now, for what we're doing in our reading unit, we want you to have books that you can finish in a day or two. And the first class today, they got a lot. They got their books, and they got far into the books in the class period. Okay. And then tomorrow, you also have KIS reads tomorrow in the afternoon, so you'll be able to read tonight. Tomorrow, you'll have a lot of time to read in class, and then you also have KIS reads tomorrow in the afternoon. So you have time to read it in school, but you'll also need time outside. Yeah.
I have a question. Do we need to choose a book that is in a specific genre?
For now, yes. It has to be fiction. So no nonfiction today. All right? So we are going to move to the library in a few minutes. But before we go there, I want you to look around our classroom library, and if you see a book you like here, just put it on your desk. All right, so there are some up there. There are really awesome books up there. Cardboard and Awkward. You can choose to grab